Oh hey, I didn't see you there. My name is Ryan DeLuise, and throughout this documentary, we'll be discussing the various cognitive biases and heuristics that influence public policy, media coverage, and the public debate on social media. What you will see in the next 15 minutes may shock you. So relax, grab a cup of tea, sit down, be humble, and enjoy the presentation. Here we're going to observe a Snapchat executive meeting. These three are here to discuss possible opinions on policy that can be implemented into their company. Make sure to note any cognitive biases or heuristics that you may see that could affect their reasoning. I almost forgot.
I'm just saying that we need to set age restrictions on our app. This app is not safe for children.
But teenagers are our biggest demographic. Why would you allow our app to have only adults, Jenkins?
What matters more to you, Douglas? The safety of our children or profits?
Profits.
I can't go through with this. We need to set age restrictions and we need to actually enforce them.
Why are you so adamant about this? You weren't arguing about this a month ago. What happened?
You would never understand.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like fun. Okay, bad boy bandit.
So, Jessica, this is going down tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll leave the door open for you. My daddy's not going to be home this weekend.
Will your back door be unlocked? If it is, then it'll be very easy to slip in.
Uh-huh. It'll be real easy for you to get in. I can't wait till we finally meet.
Jessica!
I gotta go by. Yes, Daddy?
Jessica!
Yes, Daddy.
Why aren't these dishes done?
I don't know, Daddy.
Jessica, give me your phone.
Yes, Daddy.
Go to your room.
Yes, Daddy.
Who is this bad boy bandit 42? And why is he talking to my daughter?
Chris Hansen, I've got a job for you.
Tomorrow?
I'm on my way.
I guess this is the place. Coming in.
Ooh, cookies. So, you want milk with those cookies? Do you know who I am?
You're Chris Hansen, and you catch predators. But you'll never catch Bad Boy Bandit 42. Say my first getaway, kids. Go, Bandit, go!
And you stay away from my daughter!
Looks like you've been through a lot lately, buddy. I still think we should keep the age limit the same.
You gotta be kidding me. Come on.
Jimmy Fallon's terrible. That's my dude. Your kid sounds like your girlfriend's problem. Your sister.
Alright, we need another opinion. Johnson, what do you think?
I really agree with Jenkins, but Douglas makes a good point too. Last night when I was talking to my wife about this, she said I should just quit and start working for Instagram. Oh, what to do, what to do.
I got it. Let's put a star next to all of the kids' profiles. That way the predators know to stay away from them.
Have you even had a biggest demographic revenue?
I'm just so lucky that I had Chris Hansen on my side.
I have a son.
Is your son
As you can see, these executive members have very different and conflicting points of view. In Jenkins' case, his primary reasoning for wanting to implement a higher age restriction on Snapchat is due to the availability heuristic. Now, given that his daughter was recently almost catfished a few days ago, you can't really blame the guy. But because of this, he has an inherent focus on all age restriction policies in Snapchat, And nothing else really.
Hey, what are toilet paper?
Luis, your clothes are on.
I did it again.
Luis.
Semper Fi.
Alright, let's continue. So in Johnson's case, he displayed the effects of thin simplification. Now essentially this follows that as the number of public policy options increase, a person's ability to evaluate them decreases critically. So Johnson had too many opinions floating around in his mind that he couldn't fully come to a correct solution. And so in this sense, he proposed his own separate solution that he thought was right, but that would have ultimately jeopardized the safety of the children and held no benefit.
Hey there, welcome to another episode of BuzzFeed News. I'm your host, PJ Marinera. Today, we'll have an interview with our guest, Mr. Beth Jizzos.
Well, it's actually Beth Jezos.
Alright, sounds great. So Mr. Jizzos is the CEO of Clamazon, the world's greatest supplier of clams, snails, and seashells. Tell us, how did you get your idea for Clamazon?
Well, I've always had such a passion for aquatic life, especially clams. Now, I'm a pretty well-reserved person. Whenever someone brings up clams, it really makes me want to come out of my shell.
Wow, that's really amazing. So what are some of the challenges that your company has faced in recent years?
Well, it's extremely difficult to provide consumers with so many clams without destroying the environment. So we're actually working on this new project right now. It's making clam extractions much more ethical.
Oh, that's right. Didn't your company get sued last year for unethical clam practices?
Yes, but that was settled a long time ago. But this new project is something I'm really excited about.
Tell us more about this lawsuit. Didn't you lose tens of millions of sand dollars in the process?
That's a really minor detail. The fact is that we swiftly recovered from that situation. So if we could talk about this new project instead of that lawsuit, that would be great.
Alright, we can talk about that. Can you ensure that no workers will die from this project, unlike the legal situation from last year?
That lawsuit was settled. The families of those workers were compensated and are being well taken care of by our company. But I thought I was invited here to talk about our new project and my company instead of that lawsuit.
Alright, I'm sorry. We won't bring it up again. So, Mr. Jizzos, what did you have for breakfast this morning?
A bowl of Cheerios? Why do you ask?
Did you ever consider that those workers will never have a bowl of Cheerios ever again?
Alright, I'm done.
Hold on. Is this suit Calvin Klein?
Yeah, why?
Did you buy it without blood?
I'm done.
Mr. Jizzos, come back! Alright, for our next interview, introducing Pogan Law.
Hey, how it is? Look at that. How's it going? Hashtag Poke Gang. To all my fans out there, I love you. Stay maggoty.
You're still here. Well, I guess we can talk about this scene. So, we saw cognitive myopia and nudging. Myopia occurs when individuals or groups focus on minuscule details, causing a subsequent avoidance of the big picture. The host at Fuzzbee, PJ Marinera, chose to mention the Clamazon court case from a year ago. The court case was long settled and therefore largely insignificant. He really only spoke on it as a means to spur excitement and cause rumors about Clamazon. Nudging, on the other hand, involves making small design changes in order to alter or affect an individual's behavior. According to Richard Thaler, positive nudges should be transparent, easy to opt out of, and meant to improve one's general welfare. PG failed in this sense to satisfy these guidelines due to his repeated pressures on Mr. Jizzos to stay and answer questions he felt were irrelevant. Additionally, the interview structure was not meant to improve the welfare of anything except Fuzzbee ratings and PJ's popularity. In the final scene, we observed the CEOs of Best Buy and Ford at a cocktail party. As before and for the last time, see if you can notice any buys or heuristics present.
And then I turned around and said, "This ain't my first getaway, kids."
Hey, so I was scrolling through Twitter the other day. And I saw one of your employees say that they love working for your company, Ford.
Yeah, I saw it. It was actually great of them to do that.
Not at all. You don't want your employees affiliating themselves with your company, whether it's good or bad.
Why not?
Listen, you can't risk compromising the brand name. If one of your employees slips up, you're the one who's going to take the blame.
Nah, you're being uptight over nothing. Nothing like that has ever happened to me before. As long as people have common sense, what's the big deal?
Did you not hear me? You need to strengthen your public policy guidelines.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, I don't. Just because we have the power to make rules doesn't mean we should. Sometimes they just do more harm than good.
Well, at least I'm doing something. You can't afford to take that risk.
I still think my opinion is best, and I'm not buying yours.
You're making a big mistake.
Yeah, whatever.
In this final scene, two CEOs argue over the best possible media guidelines within their companies. Best Buy systemically overreacts, which means that they take action just to take action, as they feel it's demanded by the consumer public, while Ford does very little. Now these are considered errors of commission and errors of omission. Additionally, both parties refuse to concede and instead choose to ignore each other's beliefs in favor of their own. This is the confirmation bias. Lastly, the CEOs don't notice any commotion going on around them, as they are able to block out all the external information and focus on what they're talking about as individuals. This is the cocktail party effect. Thanks for watching the video. We all hope to see you never. Just 7 more days left.